We beseech you for wisdom as we deliberate for important decisions to be made within this school community. We ask that you continue to watch over us and guide us, continue to bless us with many blessings that we enjoy in life. In your son's name we pray.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now, if you would, join me in the reading of our vision statement. Students are learning and growing daily with the care of a small community to maximize their potential. All right, get better at it. First item is public comment regarding agenda items. Any public comment? All right, then we'll move on to the 2026-2028 capital projects plan and 2026-2030 bus replacement plan public hearing. We will open the hearing now. Being no one, we will close the hearing. Move on to presentations. Start with celebrations. Ross, why don't you start us off this time?
I'm sure I brought up more than once, but we went through a software conversion. This past week, we had over a week of training in this office, full days. And I just want to talk about how I appreciate the ladies in this office. A lot of them have been using the same software for 30 years. So it's a big change for them. They all, took it with a smile on their face and did their best to learn. And, I just want to say I appreciate them adjusting to what comes out.
Mr. Blanken?
I don't really have much. Just happy to be here, and I'm sure everybody's happy to be back from fall break.
It's a good celebration.
I don't think I have anything that I could celebrate better than Audrey Faye. Been in for her first checkup, has gained 5 ounces, is doing well. And her mother's recovering well too. So
Wonderful. Thank you.
We're into the second 9 weeks. First 9 weeks went quick and seemed to run as smoothly as possible, and looking forward to the next 9 weeks just as well.
Hey, for me, no news is good news right now, so I'm good. Thank you.
Well, go celebrate Halloween coming up. You
Yeah.
have a treat at the high school, and it's always a wonderful thing that they host that at the high school. There'll be 1,000 kids coming through that.
I finally took time to drive over to East Side and look at their playground. It looks very nice, looks very inviting for the community as well. So
Just go down the slide.
I got stuck.
Must went down the old slide. Especially.
Does look great. Yeah. And I will say, as a Parks Director too, it is wonderful that we were able to partner for the Halloween Festival, so do appreciate that. All right, celebrations.
Saturday was a good day for me. The 2 wins for my middle son in baseball. My youngest son and his 3rd and 4th grade friends won a game of football in Indianapolis in a tournament, which was fun. And Notre Dame beat USC. So each year that happens, it's a good year.
I'll do my celebration with the building report because that's what my building report. How about that? So,
Mr. Straw, you got anything to celebrate?
Yeah, I want to, thank everyone in my absence that grabbed the bull by the horns and helped me out and keep the ship sailing the way it's supposed to be. I'm very appreciative for everyone. I'm very grateful, very humbled by that. I want to thank over the holiday break, everybody, the custodians, the maintenance crew, got new tile at the elementary, a lot of the classrooms. The art room got a really good tile layout. I think it's pretty nice. So I'm really pleased on how things are going.
All right, building reports.
Still doing like this, but over break, our custodians worked really hard. I went in one day, it was on Monday, and they were in there on their hands and knees cleaning the gym floor, getting some scuffs up, so doing something with the seal on that so they don't have to get down there and scrub as hard. It's not just like a tennis ball, they come right up there. So they were down there using some baking soda and really working hard. So I appreciate them. Bob and the crew getting the new tile in. The carpet coming out of one of those elementary rooms is going to be really good because that carpet had seen better days, especially eating breakfast in the classrooms. It was time for it to go. First round of data from the iLearn checkpoints is coming in. Looks okay. I'm okay with what we're getting number-wise there. And basketball season is upon us. I know Kevin will probably talk about that more, but the 5th grade and 6th grade girls teams are out there practicing and got their teams made up. So looking forward to a season there for the girls and the boys after.
Thank you.
I have Corey's building report as well. So for the middle school, Q1 wrapped up nicely for middle school this month. 6th grade students will be going to the zoo tomorrow. And the 8th grade class will be going to the Reality Store in Columbus on the 28th to take part in that activity that helps students understand the finances of being an adult, which is always an interesting experience to watch 8th graders realize that when they have a lot of kids, they can't afford them and that they can't really first house and first vehicle the way they want to and they have real jobs kind of thing. So it's always interesting. For the high school, we do have basketball season starting. I think the girls' first practice was today. And we have parent-teacher conferences coming up on Thursday. For most of my report, I just want to celebrate community as I was looking at all the things that we've done lately at the high school. And high school level is sort of a hub of the community and able to host things, and we love doing that. But I want to celebrate several groups. Our Edinburgh Community Education Foundation, who meets monthly and did the golf outing recently and then provides efforts to support our teachers with grants. Spend a lot of time doing that. Tri-Kappa, through their donations and scholarships, always helping out. Park and Rec with the trunk or treat, but also just our collaboration with them. Lions Club provides meals and Dollars for Scholars does a lot of activities too. The American Legion through scholarships and also helps with Veterans Day and all those things. So it's just nice to be in a community where all of those groups, I'm sure I missed somebody along the line too, but all of those groups can find a common ground to celebrate our community and our kids together. So I really appreciate all those groups.
We'll move on to new business. First item is the approval of the consent agenda.
And I would like to pull an item from the consent agenda, number 5, vacation exception request.
All right, so you're making a motion to pull vacation exception request from there. We have a second?
I don't think you have to have a second for that. I think anybody can pull something from the consent agenda.
Is that?
That's a Robert Rule of Order technicality that I'm not sure I'm aware of.
It's been a long time. Let's go ahead and pull it so we can have discussion on it. So we will be removing number 5, vacation exception request from the consent agenda. So we'll have that item to vote on first. So the recommendation of the crew employee 1178 to use 2024 vacation time by the end of October instead of the end of August due to a busy school year and summer. Discussion? Motion?
Is this past practice? Have we done this before?
I guess Dr. Ross asked the board to make an exception such as this right before I came for Tammy and for Bob. But this is a different exception. She's not asking for the pay. They receive 50% of their sick pay or vacation that they didn't take. All she wants is to be able to use the days because of all the work that we had going this summer with Bob and transportation and doing all the rerouting. She just couldn't take vacation. So in all fairness, she asked me about it and I gave her the approval. I take full responsibility because I didn't realize that there was a policy. I did dig up an old handbook that was published in 2013. So if, as a result of this question, which is a valid question, I approved something that I didn't take into account needed to be board approved. I thought it could be superintendent approved, so I approved it and she's already gone. So she's not here and she doesn't want the money. She just wanted the days to go with her family on a 4-day trip. With that said, we probably from 2/13 to today, if there's to be exceptions, we need to update this. So I'm going to make this a project to have updated and bring to the board before the end of the school year so that you have a 2025 support staff handbook that outlines personal time, sick leave time, if you're gonna take vacation, when there'll be exceptions to be made, if they're to be made or not made, et cetera. But the request is on there because of Jim Halleck, not because of the employee. She worked, she put in her time, she scrubs floors, she cleans toilets. We've been short of custodians. She rides the bus to start of school. She couldn't have taken it in July or August if she wanted to. I'm not trying to defend her or make it sound like a reasonable expectation, but you know, the lady didn't have a chance, and I told her that I thought it was appropriate for her to take her vacation.
Okay.
So it's up to the board. You have a choice of doing one or two things or three things. One, you can deny it and it will deduct her pay for the 4 days. You can pay her the 50% of each of those days, which would be $411. Or you just let her have the days because she already gets paid, whether she took those days or not, she's already received pay. So it's at no additional cost and we don't hire subs for those people. So you get a choice, one of three. Approve that her leave to go and be paid, deduct her pay for the 3 days, or write her a check for the $411.
So what is a support staff, 12-month, whatever, they, vacation days start
Yes.
September 1 to August 31?
And I'm learning, right? I apologize, I'm learning this too, but it says here in your handbook that 4 weeks vacation, let's see, vacation earned during a school year must be used before the next August 31st. Remaining vacation days will be compensated at 50% regular rate. Well, I didn't know that was in a 2013 handbook when I told her that she could go.
So it's a school year.
It's a school year, June 1 to July, August 31.
And I remember that same issue we had a couple of years ago, and it was the same issue. I remember it was a year, and there were some employees I remember that didn't use it, but we didn't give them the extension. They just got the payout. Only 2 got the payout at the time. And I'm just going to stick just with my guns the way I have the it wouldn't matter if it was Dr. Halleck or Dr. Ross. I'm going to stick with my guns that I think a whole school year is more than enough time to use the vacation time, and I'm just going to stick with the policy we have right now on the books.
I'll just say, after being in the position that she is in now, I understand there's times that there's not time to go. I would hate to see her lose that and her time even with her family. Just because it was, it wasn't her problem that she couldn't, she had a lot to do. And I think she does more than I ever did, so.
Yeah, but then you have from the last school year, a whole year. There's got to be some time in there. I would think you would be able to fit it in. That's just my view on it, so.
May I ask at what point, Dr. Halleck, that you okayed this?
I don't remember.
Was it like last Friday, or was it 2 or 3 weeks ago?
It was long ago that when Ryan wrote me on Friday about it, I didn't remember a thing about it. And then when I came to work today, I started asking, how did this happen? Where did the request come from? Only to have discovered that Carrie reminded me, don't you remember on whenever way back she came in and asked you about it. So it's so long ago that I don't even remember, to be honest with you. So it's so long ago I didn't think about it, nor did I. Again, I'm taking full responsibility for this, you understand. The buck stops with me, not her. And I was just uncovered and discovered that you had this, because I said, well, where's our handbook? Do we not have a handbook that tells us this stuff then, so that I don't get into this predicament? So I've really put Ryan into an awkward position here, and I am sorry for having done that. And I won't make that mistake again, but I think that when we update this, it needs to be clear what exceptions can or cannot be made. I just felt like I was privileged as the superintendent to make an exception because it doesn't say anywhere in there it needs board approval. I haven't found anywhere where this actually had to have board approval to do it. It just says that's what you're supposed to do. So to do the right thing, I think they bring it to the board so you know what's going on. Otherwise,
And you're not putting me in an awkward, I understand, that's just the way I feel about it, but yeah, I'm not upset or anything, no.
as long as you know that I screwed up, not the employees. Yeah.
I understand the timing now a little better, plus knowing that it's 4 days and not 2 weeks or longer. That would be.
It's 4 or 5 days. She had like 34 point some hours because they accumulated by hours. And I didn't know that either. I mean, I don't know. I'm willing to admit when I don't know everything, and I'm willing to admit when I make a mistake. And I didn't know anything about it, and I made a mistake to approve something that I shouldn't have approved. So again, publicly, I take full responsibility, and I am sorry that this has been a surprise to you.
Do you need a motion?
Yes, we'll have to make a motion. This has to be voted on.
Has to be one of at least those three things that I said.
I move that we retroactively approve those 4 days of leave for employee number 1178.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All those in favor vote by saying aye. Aye. Opposed?
No.
Motion carries.
Well, thank you, and I apologize.
We'll look forward to seeing it updated.
I guarantee by June 1, this will be updated, but I need a few months to, I want to get a committee together. I want to get some support staff and and I believe in doing it with people instead of to them. And let's go over and see what concerns there are, and then bring it to the board for a first reading and a second reading like you would policy. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hard to believe in your first year and a half, you hadn't dug up something from 2013. Surely memorized.
Surprised I didn't even say fast.
All right.
Thank you, sorry.
We'll move back to the approval of the consent agenda.
Move to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Shoot.
Motion carried.
You got to do that.
Next is the adoption of the 2026 budgets and resolutions. Recommendation is to adopt the 2026 budgets and resolutions as presented at budget hearing on October 6th, 2025.
Make a motion, we adopt the 2026 budget and resolutions as presented on October 6th, 2025.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor vote by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next is adoption of the 2026-2028 capital projects plan and 2026-2030 bus replacement plan and resolutions. The recommendation to approve the adoption of the 2025 to 2027 capital projects plan and 2025 to 2030 bus replacement plan and resolutions. These plans are included in your packet.
I move that we adopt the 2026-2028 capital projects plan and 2026-2030 bus replacement plan and resolutions as presented in the packet.
I'll second it.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor vote by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next is approval of school improvement plans. Staff's recommendation is to approve school improvement plans. Copies of the plans were in our packets.
I make a motion to approve the school improvement plans.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor vote by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next is approval of non-certified wages and salaries. Recommendation is to approve variable percent salary increases per the proposed support staff salary schedule and support staff wage sheet for non-certified staff retroactive to July 1st, 2025 for employees currently employed and have not submitted a letter of resignation. The board's contribution for 10 and 12-month classified are the same as certified staff starting with November 1st, 2025 premiums. The 9-month board contribution will increase at the current percentages, with the $5,300 single plan employee paying a maximum of $90 per month as current status. Changes are effective with the November 1st, 2025 premiums.
I'll make a motion that we approve the non-certified wages and stuff.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is approval of administrative salaries. Recommendation to approve the administrative salaries retroactive July 1st, 2025 as proposed, and increase the board's contribution to their medical plans the same dollar amount as increased for certified staff starting with November 1st, 2025 medical premiums.
Make a motion, we approve the administrative salaries.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is the first reading of Neola policy updates. It's just first reading, so no action is needed. Any questions or discussion on that as of right now? There's a lot there.
You're not gonna read
350
every one?
pages to just the updates. How big is that volume?
Let's see, it's 29, 30, 36 policies.
316
And
pages.
all the non-discrimination, anti-harassment policies, there's 11 of those, and they're like 20 pages each.
There's a lot
But
there.
if you see that I missed a box or filling in a line or something, as you scan through them, just text me or call me and I'll go in and fix it. But I think I got everything that needed to be done, except listing our compliance officer, and before we send that in, we'll get a compliance officer filled in. It'll be Shane, so you'll know. He did a really good job this last time.
Please extend our thanks to him.
Yeah.
That was like the monumental task.
It was.
Great. Anything else? Move on. Next item is approval of overnight field trip for the high school girls basketball team for a holiday tournament in Centerville, Indiana. Recommendation to approve an overnight field trip for the high school girls basketball team for a holiday tournament in Centerville, Indiana on December 26th and December 27th, 2025. Rooms have been tentatively reserved pending board approval.
I'll make a motion to approve the overnight field trip for the girls' high school basketball team for the holiday tournament in Centerville, Sherry's Stomping Grounds.
Second.
A motion.
Downtown Centerville.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right. Any old business? Additional items?
I do. Seize the teachable moment. Are you ready?
We're ready.
I just Googled. Do you need a motion to remove an item from the
Yes, so let's.
And what Google tells me is, this is how it works. It says, during the meeting, the chair will ask if anyone wants to remove any item from the consent agenda. What to do then? A member can simply call out an item number or otherwise state the request. No vote needed. The request to remove an item does not need a motion, a second, or a vote, and the outcome, the item is then discussed separately, either immediately after the consent agenda or at a later time. The rest of the consent agenda can then be approved by the consent. So it's removed and done after the consent agenda, not before, and so no big deal, right?
We did it back.
But there's the seize the teachable moment. And I didn't use artificial intelligence to do it.
You didn't go chat GBT to find out?
No, I went to Google.
And Mr. Blake, I apologize for asking you, or asking for a motion.
No, no big deal.
But it's nice to learn these things.
Yeah.
And we're all trying to do it right, so I just thought I'd share with you. That's all I have. Thank you.
All right. Any public comments? Then I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor, vote by saying aye.